Hey there folks, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode we are taking a look at a backpack from Snugpak, and this is the Endurance 40 liter. Go ahead and let me do a 360 for you. This is a pack that many of the viewers have requested over the last couple of months, so you guys asked for it. I got one in for us to preview and ultimately review. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. To start off here, let's just go ahead and look at the back of the pack. So you can see here that you have padded shoulder straps that are adjustable up here at the top. There are no load lifters with this pack. You have a grab handle right here between those two shoulder harnesses. You have a D-ring, plastic D-rings on both sides so you can attach maybe your GPS or whatever you want to. Going down, you do have an adjustable sternum strap which you can move up and down. You can adjust this any way that you want to or need to. You can see the padded back here, which is ridged. This is indented towards the back of the pack, and these are raised out so you can get some airflow, you can get your moisture to wick away. The hip belt is padded on both sides. And of course you have a large buckle here for the hip belt. Everything is adjustable just like you would expect it to be. Now we will go ahead and flip this around so you can see essentially what makes up the Endurance 40 liter. Now here's the front, and this may look very similar to many people. This is based on the Stamina 40 liter pack. The main difference is that this pack is covered in 150 attachment points of MOLLE and PALS webbing. So you can attach all sorts of pouches and accessories to this to really customize it and to make it your own. And that is the biggest difference between the Endurance 40 liter and the Stamina 40. Why don't we go ahead here and start at the very top of this pack. You have a zippered compartment here that fills up the lid, and it's very good size. You can definitely fit a lot of gear in there. Very good size pocket. Going down, you have a Velcro placement for your patches and so on. The lid connects to the pack itself by two attachment points, two buckles. Going to the inside of the lid, you have an additional pocket that only takes up about half of the lid itself. So when you have the lid opened up from the pack, you can unzip and you can put a number of quick access items inside of there. And still, that's a pretty good size pocket, as you can see. Once you pull back the lid, you are now looking at the opening to the pack here, which has a drawstring pull closure, just like such. And then going down, you can begin seeing all of this webbing right here. And like I said, 150 points of attachment. You have some more Velcro. You have some shock cord, so you can shove your shirt inside of this. If you have a wet tarp, something like that, you can carry it on the outside and let it dry. And as you can see, all of that MOLLE and PALS webbing goes all the way down to the bottom of the pack. Going to the side of the pack, you of course have tons of webbing, MOLLE PALS webbing. You also have two compression straps on both sides. You have a pocket sleeve right here, so you can stick your water bottles inside of this, whatever you want to. You also have the same features on the other side. Two compression straps, and you also have that sleeve for water bottles and whatever else. Going down to the bottom of the pack, you have a number of loops, so you can attach different items. You might want to throw your sleeping pad on the bottom here. You could definitely do that. Now, my friends, we are looking at the inside of the pack here. Now, this pack is hydration bladder compatible. Now, I have to admit, it is an odd placement. Typically, your hydration bladder will go right here against your back. Now, with this pack, it is on the left-hand side if you're looking at the front of the pack. So, right through here is where your hydration bladder would go. And then you have a port right here, as you can see, for the hose. Definitely an odd placement. If you're filling this bag full of gear, you would have to remember that because you have all this weight on the left-hand side. You would have to counter that weight on the right-hand side. When it comes to the main compartment here, this is 40 liters worth of space. You are essentially looking at 19 inches tall, 11 inches wide, and 9 inches deep. One final thing that we need to take a look at before we start going over the stats and so on is the very bottom of this pack. You have a zipper right here And you have an integrated rain cover. Very nice feature. So now that we've taken a look at the pack, let's go ahead and touch upon stats. This is available in 3 colors: black, coyote brown, and olive drab. This retails for around $129. You can find this a little bit cheaper here and there, maybe Amazon and so on. Just look around, find the best price if you're interested in one, of course. When it comes to weight, you are looking at 3.3 pounds. It is not very heavy at all. One thing that should be mentioned about this pack is that it is frameless. So you can essentially bend this in the middle. Thanks to the padding here in the back, this is very, very thick, and that does offer you some support. But again, this is a frameless pack, so if you're talking about carrying very, very heavy loads, this may not be the pack for you. But with that being said, this is a 40-liter pack. Typically with a 40-liter pack, you would not be carrying anything very, very heavy. So for most people, this will be just absolutely perfect and very comfortable. This pack is made from 500 denier nylon, and that is a heavy-duty grade nylon. Yes, there are heavier deniers out there. I think for most people, 500 is strong enough. If you're a soldier who's really going to be chucking their gear around, really going to be hard on it, you may want to go for something higher, such as 1000 denier. But for most people, for civilians, this is just fine. Now, when it comes to my impressions so far with this pack, I have really just begun testing it out, but there are things that I like about it already. One such feature is that with every single strap, every single adjustment with this pack, there are strap keepers in every single one, and that includes the waist belt. So when you are tightening up the harness here, the shoulder harnesses, you have those Velcro keepers here, so you can basically keep everything neat and tidy. So you're not walking around and you have feet upon feet of nylon straps dragging all over the place. I really do like that. More companies need to do that as well. Without a doubt, I noticed the location of the hydration carrier. Like I said, if you're looking at the pack directly, it is on the left-hand side. That is a very, very odd location. If you're going to have 3 liters of water, that's 6.6 pounds on just the left side of the pack. So, yeah, you would definitely have to work to make sure that you have the weight countered on the other side so that the pack would ride comfortably. I don't know with a pack like this, since the hydration carrier is on the other side, if I would even run a hydration carrier. I would probably use bottles and stick them into the pockets here. Now, I will test that out. Right now, I'm just making some assumptions. We shall see how this handles in the field. The quality looks great. For a tactical style pack that runs about $100, civilian grade, I think this is a pretty good quality so far, and really we will have to continue to test this out over the next couple of months. I do wish that this pack had load lifters. I think the harness here will be adequate, but I will miss the load lifters. Load lifters do a good job of pulling the weight of the pack to your back. It will be interesting to see if this pack can get away without them. Some packs can, some packs can't. One last thing I should mention before finishing up this review is that this is a 40-liter pack, which translates to roughly 2,400 cubic inches worth of space. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free, drop me a line, let me know. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys around. Strength and honor, be well.